World Tourism Organization, Dr. Taleb Rifai, and also my colleague from the Seychelles, Mr. Lalanne, Maurice Loustau Lalanne, who is the Minister of Tourism from the Seychelles. And we also have the pleasure to have in our midst Mr. Donald Payen from Air Mauritius, everybody knows him, and Mr. Vijay Punusamy, who wants to be a competitor to Air Mauritius. He works for Etihad, but is also the advisor to the Secretary General of the WTO. For us to have in our midst Dr. Rifai, who is a world connoisseur on everything that touches on tourism. In fact, I am very impressed by his depth of knowledge about the tourism sector. You mentioned any problem to him and he has an answer to it. So it's wonderful to be able to interact with him. He arrived yesterday until Wednesday. He will be going to a week so that he has a feel of what Mauritius is all about. In fact, this particular visit of Dr. Rifai is something that we have been looking forward to. It fits in very well with the timing because we have, after this particular point de presse, we'll be going down to inaugurate a photo exhibition being organized by the MTPA. I have invited my colleague from the Seychelles on this special occasion because I thought that as a region we need to be seen to work together. And I'm very happy that he was able to accept the invitation. So I don't wish to say anymore because it is your show, Dr. Rifai. So you have.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is clear enough. I've been in this beautiful country for less than 24 hours. And I must start by warmly thanking the Minister and his team and Air Mauritius as well for allowing me this opportunity. I truly mean it. It's my first visit here to Mauritius. It took me quite a big number of years of my life, but it was worth it. And I'm also very happy to see the Minister from Seychelles here. It sends a good and very important message to all of us. I've met the Minister, both Ministers actually recently. Only recently I got to know them. I know that the Minister here is a veteran of public service in his new capacity as Minister of Tourism. I met him in Berlin this year, in March of this year. From the first meeting I felt that I'm in the presence of somebody that's very serious and he means business. I'm not in the business of complimenting him because he's complimenting me, but I really mean it. I mean, it's important to have somebody that knows his business here, and I believe that he does. There are many issues that I'm very interested in talking about. I discussed them with him, but I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to listen to what you have to say, respond to your questions, and react to them. I may only mention two things that are of relevance just in case, so that I could stimulate a little bit some of the discussion that may follow. One is that my visit here is not by accident. We don't go to places by accident. We don't go to places just because we are warmly invited or kindly invited by the good officials that are there. We go to places because there is a purpose and a meaning. The timing that the Minister referred to is absolutely crucial. We're not here just because it's the 50th anniversary of Air Mauritius, which is an important occasion. This is 2017. It's the International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development, which was announced by the United Nations General Assembly last year. Secondly, Mauritius is at a very important juncture point. It is at a point where it has to decide where it wants to go with its tourism industry from this point on. It's built a brand, a name, a reputation, and a very, very important reservoir of good credit. This has to now take a direction that is of significance and importance to the people of Mauritius. We feel it, we know it, we've been following the work that they have been doing. That's why my visit here is of great importance to try and see where they want to head. Not only because Mauritius is important to us, but also because Mauritius is a good example and we want to make it a good model of how good practices can be so that our African friends west of our coasts here can actually look up to a model that's of significance and of importance. That's what I want to say at this point in time. I have much more I can share with you, but I'll stop at this point and see what you have to say. I thank you very much, both ministers, very warmly.
Honourable Minister, Gayan, for the invitation. Of course, I had to accept and come to. And Mauritius and Seychelles have been cooperating for a very long time. I think it's unnatural for only Air Seychelles flying to. So I'm hoping that on this visit we can look at how we can entice Air Mauritius. There are different ways of bringing more visitors to this part of the world, and when we do that together, we're able to share experiences, and our visitor gets a more enriched experience. And the second reason is that there are many business enterprises in Mauritius that have invested in the Seychelles. Not many Seychellois businesses are investing in Mauritius, but I hope we can at some stage reverse that trend. And this is the true regional cooperation. And I'm hoping that this would be able to also consolidate that position. So once again, I'd like to thank you very much for the invitation.
Thank you, Maurice. we also have Mr. Birolo, who is the CEO of Les Îles Vanille. He also has been invited to be with us during the visit of Dr. Rifai. Let me say that the tourism industry in Mauritius is reported to have a growth of officially 7%, but we are sure that it is going to exceed that figure to reach at least a double-digit figure. I think that we are very happy that KLM will be flying to Mauritius. We will have additional flights from British Airways. We have just come back from China, and there are quite a number of Chinese carriers that are interested in coming to the region. So there are lots of things happening in the hospitality industry. So tomorrow there will be an important seminar organized by Air Mauritius on the occasion of their 50th anniversary. Dr. Rifai will be talking about something that he loves talking about: travel, respect, and enjoy. I don't know whether that is the order in which he likes them, but anyway, generally that is the philosophy that tourism is all about. So tomorrow we'll be at BPML at 9:30. So the theme of the seminar is aviation and sustainable tourism. Aviation is, for small countries like Mauritius, is critical for the development of the industry because we do not have any other mode of travel except by air. We have the occasional cruises, but it's not enough to fill the rooms in our hotels. But we are working also on cruises. In fact, I was in the Seychelles recently, and there was a workshop on how to generate more business from cruises. So let's see what the future has in store. But for tomorrow, please do come and listen to Dr. Rifai on his favorite topic. But if you have questions on tourism or anything related to tourism or any problem associated with tourism, I'm sure that Dr. Rifai will oblige to answer your questions. Please feel free to ask any questions and do not be just imagine that he's a local politician, so you can ask him all sorts of questions.
How do you see the evolution of tourism in the Seychelles, Mauritius, Réunion, and the Vanilla Islands? How do you see it?
I think my friend Pascal would be more in a position to answer specific questions about that. We see that the rise of tourism in this part of the Indian Ocean has been significant. Our numbers are very clear on this. I would like to assume, and I think I'm correct in my assumption, that the creation of the organization of Vanilla Island has contributed to that tremendously, plus the success stories of each individual island. Of course, every island is a bit different in its offer and in its stage of development from the other islands. But all in all, I see them as rising stars, really. Particularly the two islands represented on this table, Mauritius and Seychelles. I think the name and the brand there is very clear, very fresh. The name Seychelles, the name Mauritius, has a very good sound to it. And that's absolutely crucial when you come to any tourism product. It's not enough to have what you have. The world must know it about it. The world must share it. And it's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have that makes a difference. And I believe that the Vanilla Islands go together on the right path. Any specific questions you want in this regard, I'm sure Pascal will be more than happy to answer.
Yes, you have a question.
We were talking about sustainable development of tourism. We are literally sitting on a time bomb, literally with climate change, higher sea levels. We are a country which tourism depends a lot on our beaches, on the sea, and how we explore the sea. How much of a time frame do we have to find solution to this problem and to keep tourism viable?
Let me start by saying that the concept of sustainability does not limit itself only to the environment, although the environment is a very essential part of it. The United Nations definition of sustainability has 3 pillars: environmental, social, and economic sustainability. Now, your question is pertaining particularly to the issue of climate change and the environment. The climate change is not the only danger that this environment is facing. We have desertification, of course they are all connected to each other. We are already late. We're already behind our schedule in this. And I think destinations like the one we're in today and other island destinations are the first to be paying a price for any consequences of this kind. We're very, very encouraged by the Paris Agreement that took place in December 2017. Despite some of the setbacks that may have appeared after that from some of the friends across the Atlantic, I would think that what's right is right. I'm an optimist person, so you have to take what I say with that caution. I'm not denying this. I believe that man always does the right thing. Sometimes late, sometimes not, but we eventually turn to the right solution. The fact that all the countries of the world were able to come to an agreement in Paris is by itself a significant step forward. We're conscious about what's happened. I want to take this opportunity to enlarge the concept of sustainability a little bit more. What is sustainability? And I'll be talking about this a little bit tomorrow. Sustainability is to sustain life on Earth. It's about people, it's not about the environment only. You know, the environment does not need people, it's people that need the environment. The environment can take care of itself. So basically our preservation, our consciousness around our careful, being careful about treating the environment has to do with what we will be delivering to our children and grandchildren. It's about us, it's about the people. That's what sustainability is all about. So, in a nutshell, just to answer your question, yes, we have to be very serious and we can't tolerate any doubts about sustainability, the effect of climate change. But no, I'm not concerned, I'm not very scared or worried, because I know that human beings end up doing the right thing at the right time. Tourism is contributing now 5.2% of carbon footprint. Or research has shown 5.2. It's not 10, it's not 15, it's not 20, but it's 5.2, too many. And 2/3 of that is coming from the transportation sector. So it's 3.5, 3.6% that is coming from the transportation sector. And I must say the transportation sector, particularly the airlines, have done a very, very good job. Sometimes we underestimate progress that has been done. Aviation has done by far much better and much more in improving their efficiency than other means of transportation, like cars or other forms of transportation. The last thing I want to say is we in the travel and tourism industry are not just contributors to climate change, which we are, of course, to the government, we're also victims of it. We're victors and victims. We do contribute, but we are very badly affected. The rising sea levels, the lowering of, for example, in Europe, many ski resorts now are becoming obsolete because the snow is not reaching enough height. So some of the lower ski slopes are being obsolete now. The loss of biodiversity, many aspects that are affecting us. So we have a very vital interest in becoming not just better in fighting climate change, but because it's our interest. It's not just anybody else's interest. We are affected directly. Thank you.
You happy? There's no time go anymore.
Maybe if I care to add one point. I think that the small island developing states are united where climate change is concerned. And it's a group of 67 countries. So I'll use the word lobby as a lobby group. I think it is an important lobby. And we are united in getting the temperature at 1.5 degrees centigrade. So our message is clear. The front is united. So we continue to advocate this strong position of the small island states so that we will move the time bomb.
But we must also say that although it was a setback for climate change when the United States pulled out of the Paris Accord, China stepped in immediately, and even states in the states like California are now pressing for preservation of the environment and moving for the implementation of the Paris Agreement. So it's not all dark out there.
Climate change will outlive any administration. People and administrations come to climate will move its way.
Yes, any other questions?
You're
You're very tame.
polite group of people.
I thought you were going to ask questions about aquaculture, that sort of thing that you talk about. Grève de la faim. Arrêtez comme la place.
Une minute.
Okay, thank you very much.